Alright, we're back with another video and it's going to be a story time. And this story time is the first time of me taking shrooms. It happened not that long ago, actually, a good couple of weeks ago. But I thought it was an interesting thing. It fucked me up a little bit, but you know what? We're here to talk about it. And it's a wild story, so let's get into it. So to start off the story, basically we were me, my dad, and his fiance and everything. We are all coming down. Fuck. We're all coming up to back to Wisconsin because for unfortunate events, my grandma passed away, but it's all right. We're all good. Granted, in foresight, probably shouldn't have taken shrooms on the day of my grandma's funeral, but you know what? It's a learning experience. Anyway, so while I would be in Wisconsin, I would be staying with my brother, and it was like chill. I brought my PS4. We'd be playing some games. Probably fucking smoke. And I realized they had a beer pong table. I don't drink. I would just fucking fuck around, and I was terrible at beer pong. And fucking eventually, my boy Leroy, he said that he got a Willy Wonka's Wonder Bar, or fucking it was the chocolate bar, just fuck ton of shrooms in it, or at least to me because I had never done it, and eventually I bought it from him, and he wanted to come over to my brother's place to watch me geek. It was my first time. They all wanted to see me geek my ass off, and when I was taking it, I was going to go with just like maybe a microdose because it was my first time. I didn't want to go overboard. But, everybody in the house, Bryant, Levi, Corbin, my brother, they all are like, nah. That's some pussy shit. We don't want you to not feel it. Come on, man. You gotta take it all. You gotta eat the whole thing. I didn't eat the whole thing. There was 15 pieces, and I ate 10. And it from the on the back of the package it says micro, and then I remember the middle one, but if you ate up to 10 to 15, it literally said down the rabbit hole, and boy was it down the fucking rabbit hole. Also, a very keen information that I didn't know. I don't eat a whole lot. I'm a very skinny dude. And at the time, right as I was taking the shrooms and everything, I didn't tell anybody I hadn't eaten anything all day. So I was pretty hungry, and I didn't realize that would make the shrooms kick in a fuck ton faster. But I remember after I took 10, sitting there out in the living room with everybody, we're all just chilling at the table, and fucking I'm like, I think I already starting to feel it. And they're all like, no way, you wouldn't feel it this fast. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I could feel some fucking shit around my fucking chest. I could feel this weird, as I describe it, electricity going through my body the whole entire time. It was fucking weird. And with when I was doing that, I just started fucking. I started geeking. I was laughing my ass off, and I would just say whatever was on my mind. I was actually happy. I was really fucking happy. And my brother's roommate, or his friend and everything, he had his girlfriend over, and they're watching a movie in their room. And it was the newest Spider-Man movie. But eventually, I was getting really fucking loud, and apparently, I was making Dustin laugh too hard to the point where he couldn't perform in bed. And when they finally got out of the room, she went home and shit. We went to the room, just started watching Spider-Man. I was just vibing. I saw the ceiling dripping, and it was fucking weird. I was still fucking chilling. And then they decided to just leave me alone in a very dark room with me just sitting there watching probably one of the sadder parts in that fucking Spider-Man movie, where it's like the towards the end where Peter's about to kill the Green Goblin. I'm just sitting there watching that on my mind, and I'm just sitting there, I'm still chilling, and then I go into the bathroom to take a piss. Fucking weirdest thing though. I couldn't feel my dick. It was the weirdest thing to pee. And I look into the mirror for like 6 seconds. And after that, shit went sideways. I laid on the couch and I could just feel my body just with this electricity, and out of nowhere I just like went back into my subconscious. I don't know. I just remember it was a dark ass place. I remember seeing a weird ass fucking figure with flames around him, and it scared the shit out of me. After that, I started tweaking even harder. Yeah, so after the whole couch shit, somebody, I don't remember who, like, grabbed my arm and, like, pulled me up, but dude, it felt weird as shit when they pulled me up. I got off the couch and everything, I could just feel all this, like, energy coming back to my body. I was, like, starting to calm down a little bit. And eventually, I just started getting hit with this, like, weird sense of deja vu. Like, I get it all the time, but, like, this was like way too much for my brain to comprehend. Like everything, like I in my head, like when I was talking to people, I already knew what they were about to say. Like because it in my head, I have already seen everything played out, and it was weird as fuck. I was tweaking. I thought I was dying, and yeah, and after that, I don't know. I remember just fucking seeing a bunch of other shit, and like, still some of my memories are actually like coming back to me slowly. And fucking, I eventually was starting to like calm down. I felt bad for my brother because I was having a bad trip, and I was looking for my nicotine when I left the room for the first time, and I couldn't find it. And I had like a million thoughts going through my fucking head, like I was like fucking scatterbrained everywhere. And eventually, I was gonna call my brother to just like help me find my nicotine. I just wanted my nicotine, and I called him over, and we're in his room, and then out of nowhere, I just start getting emotional as fuck. Like I couldn't control it. It just all was coming out and shit. And afterwards, I was like, dude, I'm sorry for fucking putting you in this situation. You shouldn't have to be babysitting me like this. I'm so sorry. I felt bad for putting a damper on the party. And eventually, we go out there. I was gonna go lay on the couch, but everybody just dipped. Dustin, Aiden, and fucking Brian and Levi, they all dipped. And I was tweaking. I'm like, where is everybody going? What did I do? And fucking, I was just laying there. And on the couch, I felt like I was dying. I was just sitting there, and I was like, I felt like all my body was just getting numb, and I was like panicking. And eventually, I started coming down. And the final, like, kick in the trip was like the scariest part, in my opinion. So my boy Bryant, he was being like fucking a G. He was helping me through that shit. He was sitting there trying to talk to me. I didn't want to open up because my mind was still fucking like scattered. And I I thank Bryant for fucking like like he's done some fucking psychedelic shit, so he understands. Same, I'm pretty sure everybody in that there has done psychedelics and they all understand. Just Bryant was like making sure I was good. He's like, I'm gonna go grab some Twisteds. You good to just chill here? I'm like, yeah. And then out of nowhere, I just felt like I needed to take a piss. So I get up, walk over to the bathroom that's not that far away, and in there, same thing. Couldn't feel my fucking dick. Weird as shit. And I I remember like hearing everybody panic and running and opening up the door and shit, or just like fucking. I just remember hearing everybody panicking. And at that point, I was looking at my hand, and it was like this white glow around my hand, and I could feel like that. I thought I was like dying, like fully dying. Like I thought this was the end. I died on shrooms or some shit. And I screamed out, "No!" Opened up the fucking door, and then my brother turns around and looks at me. He's like, "You good?" I'm like, I'm sitting there. I could feel my heart going like probably like 160, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I thought I fucking died, dude. And yeah, Brian's like, dude, I thought you fucking wandered off. And he thought I left the apartment and just wandered off. And he was like freaking out. And that's why everybody was. But, yeah, it took a while to get off of that. And it was very interesting. But I definitely don't plan on doing shrooms ever. Well, not ever again. Maybe until like very further on. I don't plan on doing psychedelics. I'm just gonna stick with my Mary Jane and and live happy with that. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed this stupid ass story time and realize how stupid I am. But you know what? It's all right. Everything's a learning experience that you can add on to life. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.